There's a story we tell about community today, that it's disappearing, that people don't show up anymore, that no one cares, that we're all choosing screens over each other. But when you look closely at the data, at the psychology, and at the lived experience, a different story emerges. Community isn't dying, it's changing. And the future of community depends on whether we learn to communicate in ways that match the world we're actually living in. Across the US, Canada, and the UK, the data shows us that in-person socializing has declined, loneliness indicators have risen, traditional institutions have weakened, and participation is more fragmented. But here's the part we often miss. Volunteering is rebounding. Hybrid participation is growing. People still want to contribute, and community is happening in shorter and more flexible ways. People aren't opting out of community. They're opting out of the models that no longer fit their lives. Most people aren't lonely because they lack people. They're lonely because they lack places. Places where they feel welcomed, witnessed, needed, secure, seen. We're not disconnected. We're disoriented. We're trying to navigate a world where the old anchors of community, religious institutions, neighborhood ties, multi-generational living, those anchors have loosened. But the human need for belonging hasn't changed. Only the structures around it have. So here's the real challenge. We're trying to build community with communication habits that were designed for a different era. Old community relied on proximity, obligation, routine, shared labor, predictable rhythms. However, modern life is built on mobility, autonomy, digital connection, fragmented schedules, individualized identity. So when we use old communication patterns, long meetings, rigid commitments, heavy expectations, people don't disengage because they don't care. They disengage because the model doesn't match their capacity. Community isn't built through information. It's built through nervous system safety. People show up when they feel emotionally secure, welcomed without performance, free from judgment, able to be imperfect, connected without pressure. This is why small, consistent, low-pressure gatherings are the future. They meet people where their nervous systems actually are, tired, overstimulated, and craving gentleness. The future of community will certainly not be built on obligation, guilt, tradition, hierarchy, or all the shoulds. It will be built on intentional communication, shared meaning, micro rituals, flexible participation, emotional security, and covenant, not contract. Covenant says we are responsible for each other. We show up because we choose to. We don't need a crisis to connect. So here is my invitation to you. Don't wait for the perfect structure. Don't wait for the perfect group. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start with one small, consistent practice of connection. A shared meal, a monthly gathering, a walk with a neighbor, a ritual that says, we're in this together. Because community isn't something we inherit anymore. It's something we build gently, intentionally, and together. And when we learn to communicate from that place, from the place where autonomy and belonging can coexist, we don't just create community. We create a future where people feel held and seen again. I truly hope this was helpful.